Hey, what is happening? I'm Sam with Headbangers and Hard Rock Television. Today, 10 albums I think you should check out in 2023. All right, we're going from thrash metal, power metal, progressive metal. We got all kinds of metal right here. All different kinds I think are pretty cool. All right, so let's go. Now this band here is called Elevate. They are from Kansas City, USA. All right, they were formed in 2007. So with a couple EP releases, they got one other full-length album, and that was in, let me see, in 2016. I think 2016 was another full-length album, but a bunch of EPs, a couple singles. This is another EP they released. Metal Blades, man, where you at? This is actually a really good band. I really enjoyed this EP. Really cool. That's why I put it on my list. Now, a lot of these bands could be signed, not signed. Bands, I've never heard of this band, but I'm glad I'm actually listening to them. They actually have a bunch of stuff I've been listening to. It's really cool. Got that old school thrash metal in it. Actually, some of it's got some good harmonies in it. I mean, some singing in it. You know what I mean? So I think it's pretty cool. But the thrash metal is definitely there. Definitely old school, where they bring kind of an up-to-date sound to it a little bit. Really good, as you can hear. Some really cool leads. But I think this is a band you should check out. All right, Elevate. I'll put the link. All the links to all the bands will be in the description. The next band at number 9 is called Undivine Tragedy with the album Ungods. Now this is their debut album. I think it's really good, but let me tell you something. If you really like Slipknot, but more of the end of Stone Sour, you'll like this, especially the singer. I mean, I was kind of up in the air about this album. I think it's a really good album. I can't find anything really too much about this band. What I will tell you is that there's a lot of bands that I like that have come out of Brazil. This band's out of Brazil. This is their debut album, and it's really good. But I'm telling you, it will be really similar to Stone Sour. When you're talking about some of the deep stuff and everything of Corey Taylor, this guy, he's very similar to Corey Taylor. So if you like that, this is a band, check it out. I think the album's really good. I listened to the whole album a couple times. It's really, really good. And that is Undivine Tragedy, 2023 full-length album. All right, we are back with number 8, and that is Air Raid. Now, there are two different Air Raids. One's more of like a thrash metal. This one, because some of these bands I really have never heard of. All right, but this band was formed in 2009, and they are still kicking ass. So the first demo they put out in 2011. This is their 4th full-length album, and this is more of a power metal, 80s power metal, good singing, almost sounds like Joe Lynn Turner in a way, kind of stuff, that kind of stuff. So I think it's pretty good, something that I think you should check out if you're into, if you like power metal kind of music. This is really good. They're on High Roller Records. So this is a good album. I think you should check it out, and that is my number 8. All right. So this one, I'm just going to give you, I've never heard of this band before, and I hope I'm saying this right, but what I do like is the singer. This is a very progressive metal. It looks like it's a two-man guy, and it looks like the bass player is the guitar player, and this is just a song. I really didn't go too deep. I just really like the video, and what I like about it is that you got Dino Jelusic singing, which he's got a new album out that we will be talking about. He's got a new full-length album coming out, but this one, I mean, this is more like a Dream Theater kind of thing, maybe even a more progressive than them, but Dream Theater. But they got Dino Jelusic in here. He goes a little deep, he goes a little right, he got the melodies, obviously. Check this one out. I'll put the link in the description. All right, so my next band is number 7, and this is a band called Hypnos. I think it's Hypnosis, but it's Hypnos. They're very progressive, very melodic, very heavy singing, very heavy music. Just a very progressive band. I mean, it's really kind of off the wall. This is really pushing for one in my top 10 for the year. Great musicians, very melodic, and very heavy. This is definitely going to be probably on the top 10 list of the year. This is really, really good. I really enjoyed it a lot. Like I said, you got to be in the mood for it because it's off the wall, but like I said, very, very progressive. I mean, off time. I mean, it's if you like off time and just all kind of off the wall weird stuff, this is definitely a band for you. All right, I will put the link in the description. All right, so my number 6 album is a power metal, definitely power metal, soft. This is a band I thought just kind of stood out. So this band is from Switzerland with their 2023 album Might and power. This is called Megaton Sword. Or Sword. We'll just say, it says Sword. But we're going to go Sword. Is it Sword? S-W-O-R-D? Or is it Sword?
S-W-O-R-D is Sword.
Sword. I said Sword.
Sword.
I swear it looks like Sword to me.
It's because you're a dumbass.
All right, so it's Megaton Sword, and this is a 2023 release from Switzerland on Dying Victim Productions. This was a really good. I thought it was a good mixture. Definitely good, solid power metal. Not the real high singing that you normally would hear with power metal, but really good, slow, melodic music. You got your heavy stuff, as you can hear. I think it's really good, so I thought I'd bring it to you. All right, that is my number 6. We are back with the number 5, okay? Number 5 is a band called Accelerate. They were formed in 2012, and they are a Danish band from Copenhagen, all right? This is, to me, a traditional, old school sound, a mixture of thrash metal, power metal, more thrash metal, but the singing's a little bit more on the lines of, I would say, like Grim Reaper, Flotsam and Jetsam, Death Angel, kind of a mix. Good thrash metal music, good power metal music with actually a good singer behind them. This is a really good album. I really loved it from the top to the bottom. And it's off of a record company called From the Vault. They have some on there, a couple good ones. There's another band I'm checking out from this record company or whoever released this, and they're actually pretty good too. So I'm going to check them out. I think they released a single though. I didn't see no album on them. All right, so that is my next band, and that is Accelerate. All right, so my number 4 album is Vision of Choice. Now they only have 2 albums out. They were formed in 2018. They came out with 1 album in 2020. This is their 2023 release. And to me, this is just really good, straight hard rock with it's a little heaviness in it, some good crunchy stuff, a little bit more melodic. The singer has got a melodic voice, doesn't get really high, doesn't get really low, doesn't have the Cookie Monster voice. This is just a really good hard rock heavy metal album, and that's why I'm bringing it to you. All right, links will be in the description. All right, check them out. Vision of Choice. All right, so the band I'm going to introduce you to you now. I guess this day I was in the mood for some death metal. They're not considered, they're considered more of a thrash groove metal, but they got the guy to kind of sings a little bit more of the Cookie Monster kind of stuff, and that's what I consider the black metal, death metal, stuff like that. I picked it out, I started listening to it, I listened to the whole album, so I definitely was in the mood to it. I was in the mood for it because most of the time I can't handle a whole album with that kind of singing, and I don't know, that's just me, but I do like it. When I'm in the mood for it, I can listen to it. All right, this band is called All Against. They were formed in 2015. They are from Portugal, and this album is off the record company Amazing Records. All I can tell you is that I thought it was good. You do have a rougher singer through the whole album with a little bit of mix. Good leads. It can get really heavy, really fast, blast beats, thrash metal, obviously, and just good groovy metal. So I'll put the link in the description. I think this is a really good album for you to check out. All right, as All Against. My number 2 album that I'm going to bring to you is an old band. They've been around since 1983. Yeah, 1983 full-length album. They have one of the most popular guitar player for shredding and technical is Yngwie Malmsteen, Graham Bonnet. Yngwie Malmsteen, obviously Graham Bonnet's been in Rainbow, Alcatraz, started in Alcatraz, Rainbow. And so Graham Bonnet, this is Alcatraz. Alcatraz has really kept up and putting albums out. Actually, Graham Bonnet was on the 2020 release, but they do have a new singer. Vocals is Doogie White. Doogie White has been Michael Schenker. He's been around a little bit, Cornerstone, Empire. So this is Alcatraz with a really good, what you expect from Alcatraz, a really good hard rock album. Nothing crazy. Obviously, you're going to have a good guitar player in it, and it's going to shred the guitar. Good singing. This was a really good album, and I think you should check them out. For a really old band, it's been a long time. They've been around for a long time, but they're still putting out pretty good music. Even Graham Bonnet, in 2020, he's got to be in his 70s, and he was still kicking it and just really singing his ass off. And this guy coming in, I think is a really good album. So why don't you give it a check out? This is Alcatraz. and I'll leave the links in the description. And now, like I told you before, I'm not really into the death metal stuff, but this is my #1 album I'm going to talk about on this one. This could be in another one in my top 10 at the end of the year, and it does have the Cookie Monster, but it does have an absolutely fantastic melodic singer in it. They've been around since 2004. They put a demo out. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2023 makes 7 full-length albums, and this is a very, to me, they call themselves a melodic death groove metal. To me, I think it's just a progressive metal kind of band. They are from Sweden. Symmetry. I will put the links in the description. This is a really good, to me, like a progressive metal, but they're a melodic death groove metal. And the good thing is not only did they mix it, man, they got really, really good leads, really, really good music. Yeah, saying more, man, this is really, really good. Like I said, this might be in one of my top. I think this could be, man, it's going to be hard to make a top 10 list this year. I might have to make a top 20 because right now this is definitely in my top 10. I really love the album. It was really good. Check it out. Symmetry. All right. If you like this kind of stuff, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. That would be awesome. And if you watch to the end, if you watch towards the end, man, that really helps the chat. That really helps the video to get shared out by YouTube. So if you can stay as long as you like, it would be awesome. I try to mix this up as much as I can, and I know I will do my best because I'm gonna bring in another 10, because I was going to try to do all these albums separately, but I figured, why don't I just do 10 at a time, because there's so many, and there still is not even the end of the year, and every day there's new albums coming out. All right, so if you like this kind of stuff, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.